I'm here with our guest tonight, Sahile البخيت. She's a chemical engineer, and Sara she's a civil engineer. Hello and welcome to our show for tonight.
Hi.
So you're both members of KSE. Could you please introduce KSE to us?
Well, KSE is the Kuwait Society of Engineers, which can hold all kind of engineers, whether if you are still a student or you are recently graduated student or even from engineer from a while and you like to join us in KSE, but first you have to have your carnet as a member at KSE. And usually KSE holds some events, some lectures, conferences, even engineers can have some got some beneficial from us. Yes.
Very interesting. So can you tell us more about the different activities and events that tend to take place at KSE?
Yeah, actually we have an annual activities in Kuwait Society of Engineers, and also other different activities, such as we have a cultural month. Annually, it will be in December, and this is it's discussing we making a discussion for everything like social subjects and an engineering subject. Also, we making like Ramadan festivals. We making ghabga, which comes before Ramadan, and this is traditional kind of festivals for Kuwaitis. We have also some like for auto, which is an automotive gallery. Kuwait Society of Engineers. It was there in this gallery in 2016 to awareness about the traffic. Also, we have which is the big event we have it this year. It is in smart building for it's an engineer.
Nice. And did that take place already? When was that?
It was finished, taken place already, and it was very big. It comes from more than one countries, and all the Gulf engineers was there.
Wow, so it's an international contribution from everyone around the world.
Yes, it was
for the smart building.
Yes, for the smart building. They're showing for the smart building and for which is environmental and something like this. Also for when you're using for solar and how to be the building is smarting and less electricity.
Very nice. So you're saving electricity and using solar energy instead.
Yes.
Very interesting.
And other different.
There were so many different events.
Yes, there's a lot of events.
Sarah, would you like to add something else to the events and activities that tend to take place in KSE?
Well, she said everything.
She covered it all, yes. Great. So after listening to all those different activities and the different things that you have, can you tell us the process as to exactly how we'd be able to apply to KSE?
Well, as I said before, if you are almost a graduated student, and engineering of course, or if you recently graduated or Kuwaiti or non-Kuwaiti, and you would like to join us in KSE, follow this simple steps. First of all, we are opening from Sunday to Thursday between 5 to 9 p.m. All you need is you bring your civil ID, your certificate, your transcripts, to home concern letter if you studied abroad from Ministry of Higher Education, or even if you studied here in one of Kuwait universities, you need it. And also 2 photos from your own and a certain amount of money, and then after half an hour your carnet will be ready and you will be a member in KSE.
Very nice, and the process seems so easy to do, and everyone could join and is able to apply to KSE.
Right, yeah.
Can you tell us more about the forum that is going to take place soon? What is the title and what is the main purpose behind the forum?
Well, Kuwait Society of Engineers always supports Kuwaiti women, whether if she is an engineer or not even an engineer. So Kuwaiti women engineers decided to organize an event to introduce the Kuwaiti women accomplishments to the younger generation. This was the main purpose of our firm.
And did it take place already, or is it going to take place?
Yeah, it's taken place already.
Yes.
It was in 31st of October. It was the title of it is Kuwaiti Women in the Eyes of the World. It's about a woman who accomplishment, which is achievement in various fields.
And what were some of the stories, the things that you learned from and would like to share to our dear audience?
Actually, we divided this firm in discussion panels, just to showing a lot of stories. And this discussion panels is depending on the experience and the generation. So the first discussion or the first session, it was about the pioneer engineers, which is talking about their experience, which is more than 30 years in their field, and how they can or how they able to overcome the difficulties they faced. And the second session, it was about the three Arab women from different countries and from different professions. They showing or they talking about how to balance between the responsibility of family life and their work responsibility. So one of them, it is the wife of the ambassador Palestinians, and she didn't work, but she has a responsibility about she's like a wife of the ambassador and the same time mother. So how can she manage between it? And the second one, which is a parliament member. She's from Tunisia. It's calling Abir Abdelli, and this explain how the woman can reach her voice, or how can she gain what you call it after what has happened in Tunisia, and it's difficult to hear the women, but she can reach this one. Yes, she's strong enough.
What she believes in.
And the last one, which is a moderator of Om's Game school. She's showing, because she's a moderator and she's building a new generation, she's showing us how to keep this generation loving their countries and loving their world, to make a strong and cultural countries, which is to be enough for strong country, strong people.
Wow, that's very interesting, and I believe a lot of people would benefit out of it, especially since we're females. So a lot of females would relate to that cause. We've got a short break, and then we'll continue on more with KSC and the forum itself. So we're going to cut to a short break, so stay tuned. Welcome back. We're continuing on our interview with our two engineers from KSC, Sahile البخيت, chemical engineer, and Sara البكر, she's a civil engineer. So we're continuing and discussing more of the forum that took place. So can you tell me more, Sara, about the third and fourth section of the forum?
Yes, the third section was a discussion meeting. We've discussed with an engineer. She continued on her career as an engineer for many years, and then suddenly she feels that she wants to change her subject into a different field.
So after working, she actually got her degree and she started working and practicing engineering.
Yes.
And then she felt she wanted to shift.
Yes.
Okay, very interesting.
And then after that, she started to entering courses about social life, how to think happily, how to think positively. And after a while, she started to giving those lectures, those courses to people who need it in her company, in her own business.
Very nice.
The second one, she followed her father's career as a doctor. She is a medical examiner. Also, she worked on her career for many years, and then suddenly she entered the Ministry of Interior, and then she became a major. So now she works with two jobs. Degrees, yes, as a doctor, which is a medical major, and a medical examiner, and a major, while she is a mother as well.
She's brilliant.
She's
very
brilliant,
smart.
Yes. She inspired us all in the firm. The third one, she continued her PhD and then she became a gynecologist and she is a humanitarian as well. The last and the fourth discussion meeting we had with the students, the new generation, the future generation.
Yes.
One of them, she is almost a graduated student, an engineer. One of them, she recently graduated from high school.
Very nice. Right now on the screen there are various pictures. Can you tell me more about this?
This is Lujane Arashid. This is the one I talked about, the major and the medical examiner.
Wow, so we get to see her.
Yeah.
Yes. And what else? You said the last section as well in the forum?
Yes, the students shared, yes, it is
This is the wife ambassador of Palestinian, Rima Al-Khaldi.
Very interesting.
Yes. And she's a mother for 2 children in the learning age.
Very interesting. And what about this picture?
She's an engineer, Wafa Al-Bakr, and also Maali Yusufi, you say the parliament.
This is the Parliament Abir Al-Abdilli with the interviewer for
Very
Fayha
nice. And what about this picture as well?
This is after the session 2, when for the 3 women that I mentioned before. And
this is the gathering
yes,
picture of everyone.
This is the end of the gathering.
Yes.
Or the organization.
Very interesting. So here we're seeing different certificates. Were you giving out, or what was the case there? Award? The one that they had?
Yeah, we given them after we finish this the section, and after we have the session discussion, and that we want to just to appreciate they are coming and they are sharing us their experience and their idea. So we should to give them like a memorize souvenirs from us. It's better to give them like
so
a certificate or something like that.
Your appreciation for them to be there.
Yeah.
So Sarah, we're continuing on with the last part, and I believe the 4th part.
Yes, there were 3 students. They shared their emissions, their ideas, their thoughts, and KSE wants to support those students, those new generation, and I'm included as well, as I'm recently graduated from a year ago.
Well, congratulations then.
Thank you. So yes, we would like to support them to grow on their minds, to grow on their ideas for their future. Yes.
Very interesting. Yes, and we hope to gain a lot of benefits from their experience as well. So can you tell us more about the sponsorship of this forum?
Actually, we are under we are under the Minister of Social Affairs, Hind Al-Sabih, attended by Hassan Kadhim, Under Secretary.
Very
and
nice.
But we sponsored from Federation of Engineers, consults from Federation in Engineer Consults.
Very nice. So a lot of people were helping you and supporting you out with this forum. Can you tell us, was the attendance only strictly for females and women only, or was it open to everyone to come and just learn and gain a lot from this forum?
Well, actually, no, it was for both men and women were allowed to attend that forum. Especially the registration was electronic via the official website of KSE, so everyone were welcome to enter that forum. And we needed to show some Kuwaiti men the achievements and the accomplishments of Kuwaiti women, because some men they still don't believe the ability of Kuwaiti women that she can handle a job, a business, and a family. So of course, men were welcome to enter the forum.
Very nice, interesting. Can you tell us more about the feedback that you got from the attendants themselves?
The feedback, it's the most I like it, the second section, how to balance between the responsibilities. So everyone had life responsibility and work responsibility, and how to balance between them, how to manage between them. This is the most thing I like it, and the most attendance, they like it. Most of the people they came, the one which is for the moderator of the school game, because she's talking about the children and how to give these children in good culture and in like a good feedback for their countries, just to be how can I say it,
To gain more, maybe?
Yes, that's one to gain more and to be strong countries, to be strong people for this country, and
yes,
yes,
I think that
to
was
reach your
so
country
powerful.
in high position.
Yes, very interesting. So, Engineer Sara, can you tell us more about the future for this forum?
Well, hopefully this forum will be the beginning of a serious annual forums with the same title or in the same subject, but we will try to change the theme annually. And also we are planning to hold this kind of forum every year, with inviting different people, different countries in each time.
Very interesting. And do you have an idea as to what the next forum is, maybe?
Yeah, actually, since Kuwait it will be the capital of the youth. So next year, women engineer.
Yes.
They are planning to focus on younger generation, and they are looking to. For a national council and the culture and youth ministry to sponsor the film for next year.
Yes.
Okay.
So you've already prepared for next year.
We prepared for younger generation.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes. Interesting. So, Sara, can you tell us more about the role of engineers in KSE and how they'd be able to contribute to the events? Could they just organize or come up with ideas or even volunteer when it comes to those different forums, and how does that happen?
Well, the Kuwait women engineers are always dissolved with the colleagues in the society.
So it's interesting. So you're just members and you go to most of the activities and attend the events themselves. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about the number of members at KSE?
We are 15,000 members.
Wow.
In general, at all, women, male and female, but we are 3,000 member female of 15, and we are planning to increase this number. Actually, which is in female engineer, they are very active in Kuwait Society of Engineers.
Very nice. Earlier today you talked more about that engineering students the last few years they could actually apply to KSE. So how could they do so, and what sort of year? Like, is it the last year or the last semester? How would you apply for the students
Well,
themselves?
if they like to attend in the last year or last semester, they can attend and be an KSE member. It doesn't like first year. It should be the last year.
And do you have
actually.
some sort of collaboration with Kuwait University, I believe?
Well, yes, there are some collaborations between Kuwait University and KSE in each course and in each term through planning and designing exhibitions. For the engineering graduate students, we place our booth there to introduce our activities to them, and also we encourage them to join us in KSE and be members in KSE.
Very nice. So a lot of these students out there, especially engineering students, would be able to apply and see what is going on, and for the Kuwait University students as well.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about the cultural committee that you have? I believe it's called Shaqaf. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, we have a cultural. We have a lot of committees in Kuwait Society of Engineers. One of them, which is because I'm member in it, it's a committee, a culture committee. We have a program is calling Shaqaf. This it will be twice a month, like in Monday, twice Monday in month. We bring someone which is talking like in social or something, or some experience that he have it, and is not like
It's like a hobby?
It's not like a hobby. It's like a friendly meeting.
Environment, yes.
Yeah, it's like like an interview. He said, and is in a cafe. We usually make it in the Littleness Cafe, which is in Sanabil. We stay there, and he's calm and talking about himself, talking about his lecture, his subject, and all of us was listening and learning from him. After he finished, we try to ask him, and then will be like a friendly, you know, it will be, you have more friends, more people, you
get to know
and
more people,
yes.
talk about the same topic, the things you like. So can you tell us more about the word, the term itself, and what it means, شغف, for those English speakers watching us?
شغف, I think it's mean passion. Which is, it's always to be passionate to know what is it about it. So if we will, when we're talking about, like the last one, the recent one, it was about the recent lecture, it was about a leader. So you feel passion, what is leader mean? So she's trying to find the leader, each word is meaning something, like leader, L is meaning for listening, E is meaning like for, I couldn't remember now, but
so there's
it's meaning.
Examples,
Yeah,
yes.
she taking every word, so you feeling passion to know what is leader mean, and how to be a good leader, and how to be if it's the leader like a boss, or they are different. So it's the difference between
them. And how
them.
frequently do you meet up for شغف?
Sorry?
How often do you meet for شغف?
Actually, every 2 weeks in Monday, we're gonna make a meeting. Or if when we find this cafe, it's already for us, we can make our meeting. And 1st of December, we're gonna stop this شغف, and we will back again in January, because in December we're gonna have a month lecture, cultural month. This is the same idea, but it's different because it's like a lecture. You will sit and.
So it's similar,
Yes.
and you're stopping شغف for a while.
Yes,
very
it's similar,
interesting.
yeah.
So can you tell us more about the announcements and upcoming events at KSE?
Well, the announcements, some people still don't know our events, our activities we hold every week or every month, because they don't follow us in the social life programs. So I would like to tell them that please follow us on Instagram, on Snapchat, and on Twitter.
So what's the accounts on Instagram and Twitter?
Yes, and on Snapchat as well.
Snapchat as well?
Yes, it has the same username. It is KSE Web, without any spacing, KSEWEB. And also you can Google our official website and to see...
What is the website? Can you say it?
The same, KSE website.
Yes, right now on the screen, I believe they're down. So everyone could record them or write them down for all the upcoming events. Can you tell us more about the cultural month that is going to take place on December?
Cultural month, it will be daily. It's nearly to be daily. It's each lecture is different, it's not the same, and they are talking about different subjects. Some of them it's just social, some of them like medical, some of them like whatever that the societies need, and it will be like from 1 to 2 hours, and it depends on the lecture, what is about it.
Very nice. And I believe there's a collaboration that you have with the Ministry of the Social Affairs as well. So can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, sure, indeed, because we are under the ministry, the umbrella of the ministry, and when the ministry provided, they are very help us for us. So we are going to keep this partnership to make a collaborate again and again with them.
Very interesting. We wish you the very best. Do you guys have any last words? Yes. Go ahead.
No, just my name is Sarah البكر.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to cut to another report, which is the Pakistan Sports Association organizing voluntary campaign. So let's check it out together.